Good morning, class. Let us start off with the first session of entrepreneurship. So, before we get into the topics, let us just see what is meant by entrepreneurship. So, it's basically a collection or collective activities, basically. So that has different views from say from different viewpoints. It's not just say it's not just producing goods and services and selling it to the society. It's not just providing good or say high quality services. It has a whole lot of different range of activities to entrepreneurship. It's not just how they do the business, it's also how they facilitate and how they manage business, and how do they survive in the market. That is also involved, or that is also a part of the concept called entrepreneurship. It's more defined by the results. That is how what kind of risk an entrepreneur takes up, and what kind of exposure is he facing, what kind of failures has he crossed, and what is more of his exposure, and how experienced or what kind of experience he has got from that exposure of failures. So let us just go to the basic concept of entrepreneurship. So entrepreneur is simply a person who is responsible, or who he is the one who starts up a business, okay, or an organization. So he tries to be innovative. He tries to bring in a lot of different, or say he tries to be creative from the other businessmen in this market. So he tries to bring in a lot of achievements. He tries to bring about a change in the society. He wants to be different from the other competitors who's dealing with the same product or service. So he brings in different kinds of projects that can bring up new perspectives of profits, and it helps to bring out a lot of job opportunities for the society, and it also helps in the growth of different sectors that is there within the society. So a person who develops his own enterprise or takes risk, tries to be innovative, and he is prepared to withstand the different failures and the risks he has to endure. And a good leader who's trying to take the organization along with his fellow member workers together for the future, for the organization's growth, is called an entrepreneur. So, what do you mean by entrepreneurship? It's an action, or say it's a process of different activities that he takes up. It's more like a routine. N number of activities are involved in entrepreneurship, like we said earlier. It's not just producing and selling of goods and services. It also involves assessing of risk, analyzing the market situations, bringing about innovative changes, adopting different technologies. So all these come under entrepreneurship. So what is an enterprise then? It's simply the organization an entrepreneur sets up to work out, or to set a working environment upon for the organization's growth. That is simply an enterprise. So, what are the functions of an entrepreneur? So, the basic functions, or the entrepreneurial functions, the major functions, is innovation and risk taking. Any businessman or any entrepreneur, he cannot survive in the market unless if he is innovative, or if at all he is not ready to take risk. So, only if he is ready to innovate himself and ready to take risk, he will be able to survive in the market. Then there are different promotional functions which he carries out. So, what do you mean by these promotional functions? How can he promote the organization for its growth? So, that can be divided into discovery of an idea. So, how does an entrepreneur discover an idea when there is a problem? When there is a demand for a particular product, but that product does not exist in the market. So he discovers this as an idea. Why don't we bring up that product into the market? Then he conducts a detailed investigation about the product. If at all, will it become a success in the market, or will it become a failure? So if that idea is successful as per his investigation, he would try to procure the required materials for that for producing and selling that product. And for procuring such raw materials, an entrepreneur needs finance. So again, that is a very important function that is carried out by the entrepreneur. So what are the managerial functions an entrepreneur takes? So you can see planning, organizing, staffing, directing, leadership, communication, motivation, supervision, coordination, and controlling. So all these functions you will be dealing with, and you will be learning all these functions more in detail in class 12 under business studies. So please make a note of it. It's a very important function that has been carried out by every businessman. So these functions, that is planning. What do you mean by planning? Any business organization, in order to be set up, there should be a proper planning, right? So there should be a proper course of action how an organization should function. All this comes under planning. So it's more of deciding in advance, like what to do, what should be done in the future, and how it should be done, and who should be doing those tasks. Then comes organizing. So every organization has different types of activities. Some activities may be of similar in nature, some may not be similar in nature, and organizing these activities on the basis of its nature, or on the basis of its requirement, or say the number of activities required, all these come under organizing. So you try to identify the activities which can be grouped together, and such activity and grouping of these activities and identifying such activities is called organizing. Then comes staffing. So once you have your different activities intact, you have planned all your activities and you have grouped them, okay, now you need people to carry out the different activities within the organization. A single person cannot perform all the functions, right? So this is where staffing comes into picture. So for each vacancy or for each task in an organization, employees are being staffed by the organization's HR team, or simply by the organization. How do they do that? They do that by looking into the individuals' qualifications and the skill set they have in each activity or in each area of expertise. On the basis of their expertise, they will be allotted or assigned the right kind of jobs. Then comes directing. So what is directing? So once we have people in the organization, okay, there should be a person who is able to or they need to be people who will be able to guide these individuals or the employees to work according to the company's requirements. This is what is simply called directing. Who's involved in your directing? You might have heard of the words superiors, managers. All these individuals are involved in directing. So it helps in carrying out the organization's plan that has been set up for the entire organization. Then comes leadership. Every entrepreneur by function is a leader. He is the one provides the major guidelines for the organization on how the organization should be working. Now all this directing and leadership requires a lot of communication, right? All the plans should be communicated to the right person at the right time, right? So communication takes place in all the levels in an organization, say from top to bottom, from the head, say from the CEO to the lowest level of employees. Communication should be there so that the organization plans are carried out pretty much clearly and well. Then comes motivation. Yeah, that is more of a psychological concept, and that is every employee should be motivated to work for the organization to the best supportive manner. Then comes supervision. Every employee should be supervised on the accuracy of the work they do. So there are supervisors to do that. Then there should be coordination, a very important function an entrepreneur or individuals in an organization should look into. Unless there is proper coordination amongst the employees, the work is not going to get done. Then there is controlling. Controlling is a major to see, it's a major function that checks into how the employees are functioning, and if at all they are functioning accurately on the basis of the guidelines or not. Then an entrepreneur performs functions called commercial functions. That's easy to understand: production, finance, marketing, personnel, and then accounting. All these are commercial functions which supports the other functions in an organization. Then why do you think there is a need for entrepreneurship? So there is, in every country there is something called an economic development, right? So entrepreneurs, don't you think entrepreneurs play a very important role in economic development, right? How they provide a lot of job opportunities. Then there is a progress in the society, the living quality of the individuals or the society is increased, right? Then it acts like a lifeline, right? Then there is more of innovation. There are different kinds of markets or different industries in the economy is being they're being able to develop and flourish within the society. Then there is an inclusive growth. So when different kinds of industries have been set up, different people from the different walks of society are being included in this growth, this change of growth, right? And then use of advanced technology, all these, and also it provides a benefit for the organization to increase their profits, right? And not only that, it includes a lot of social benefits. Organizations, they provide a lot of beneficial benefactories or benefits to the society. So what is that? It's not just providing them with good quality products and services, it's also to use resources in a proper manner, to work in a environmental friendly way. All these are the very aim of entrepreneurship. It's not just increasing the profits of an organization. So let us have a recap of the subject, the topics we have completed today. Please go through the textbook. The textbook will be available online. You can download them, or if available you can even buy them. Please go through the topic and let me know if there are any doubts to be cleared. Thank you, class.